Actually, it's quite good on toast.
Back! Back, please! Back! I warn you!
Right.
This is the part where you run away.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the brand new deck, the green-purple Luffy deck from EB02 that just came out last week. And a lot of people are very excited and very worried about this deck because it is a powerhouse. It is going to shake up the meta until 11, and it's going to be interesting to see kind of how people react to it, how they play around it. Personally, I'm going to be playing this deck a lot in this format. I'm very much looking forward to it. I was a purple Luffy main for the longest time. So this deck kind of suits my playstyle, but yeah, if you're wanting to know more about this deck and get into it, that's kind of what this video is all for. We're going to do some gameplay and just kind of go over the cards if you're not familiar with it. But if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. I have plenty more content on the way, especially for newer players. But yeah, guys. So if you don't know what green purple Luffy does, it is activate main once per turn, Dawn -2 if you only have Straw Hat Crew type characters, which I mean you're always going to with this deck, unless you run the chopper, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. Set up to 2 of your Dawn rested as active, and it's Dawn -2. Then this leader gains plus 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that alone is really strong. Just being a 6k leader, especially a 6k 4-life leader, is really strong. It basically protects you in a lot of situations and makes you use less counters. You don't have to use as much counter to get out of attacks and such. So that alone is really strong. But also just the Dawn efficiency that you get with this deck is just insane. So we're going to kind of go into it a little bit more with certain cards in this deck. But yep, we have the we're running 4 of the 1-cost Searcher Nomi's from this, which is basically just look at the top 5, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat type character card other than Nami and put it in your hand. It's just the Searcher for the deck, but this, I have a feeling this card's going to be used in a lot of other decks. It might be used in Red Green Law. But yeah, don't really have much to say about it. It's just your Searcher, so obviously you got to run 4. And then we have 2 of these Zoros that are also from EB02. I'm going to be honest, I'm not completely sold on this card yet. The testing that I've done with this deck, I don't know. I don't think this card is really that amazing. I don't think it's necessarily bad. But if your opponent has 2 or more characters on the field, this character can attack characters on the turn it is played. If your leader has the Straw Hat type crew, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So it's like it gets rush, but it doesn't. You can only swing into characters. So that's kind of cool. But like I said, just from the testing, I don't know. I just don't think that this card is as good as I was expecting it to be, or as much as some other people think. So I'm only running 2. I cut a couple out, but yeah. So that might change in the future. We'll see. But as of right now, it's just a 2 of. And then we have one of the most, well, if not the most important card in the deck. It is the Sanji and Pudding, and we'll go ahead and read it. It is a 5-cost 7k purple. Once per turn, when 2 more of your Dawn cards are returned to your Dawn deck, set up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck as active, and then it's on play as if your number of Dawn cards are equal to or less than your opponent's draw 1 card. So that on play, it's almost always gonna happen, I guess, maybe unless you're playing against like Reiju. But yeah, you basically this is one of the main piece that you want to find. You want to establish this as soon as you can and just play it out, and then just start doing leader effect to get that 6k buff, and just basically just get that Dawn back. And yeah, it also just being a 7k, it's a swinger. But again, most people are going to want to remove this card immediately once it's on the field. Like again, Lucci removes this card pretty easy, but there's a stage in this deck that we're going to get into that kind of helps with it. But you basically in the early game, you're just searching for this, and then you're going to play it out and then start doing leader effect. So it's the main card you want to see. And then we have 3 of the Robin blockers, which on KO Dawn -1, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat type character card, put it into your hand, place the rest at the bottom. So that is pretty cool because, I mean, if you block with it and let's say you don't have any counter, you can grab counter, or maybe you don't have the pieces that you need, so you could grab like the secret Luffys or the Sanji and Puddings. The thing you want to be careful is you don't always want to do it, because the thing with this deck is you got to be careful with the Dawn minusing and making sure that you can afford to lose that much Dawn. So there are situations where I just use it as a cheap blocker or just as counter, but there are times where if my hand is kind of bricked and I just block with it and then use its Dawn minus to maybe grab a 2k or just grab something to help me with my next turn. So it's a useful card. It's a 3 of. Then we have the other important piece of this deck, which is the Secret Luffy, which this card is kind of pricey right now. So we're going to kind of talk about that. I'm running 3 of. I know a lot of lists run 4, but I think more recently, I think the more and more we dive into this deck, I think more lists are going to start running 3 instead of 4. But if your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains Rush. Then when attacking once per turn, return 2 of your active Dawn cards to your Dawn deck, set this character as active, and then add the top card of your life to your hand. So kind of similar to Hody Jones being able to take the top of your life. The fact that it's active Dawn, I think, is kind of what makes it a little bit more balanced instead of just rested Dawn. It has to be active. So, and that's something to clarify, especially if you're playing against green purple Luffy. But yeah, I mean, this card is just, it's a finisher. I mean, if you establish 2 of these on board, you more than likely win, depending on what situation your opponent is. But I mean, just leaving 2 active Dawn up, putting the rest of your Dawn on this card and just swinging for game, that's just kind of how it is. Especially since a lot of decks run Gum Gum Giant. You kind of have to just swing with the 7k and then get some counter out and then just go for game. But yeah, this card is insane. You definitely want to see it. And like I said, this and the Sanji and Pudding are probably the 2 most important cards in this deck. So it's a 3 of for sure. Next up, we have the Zoro Joro from OP05. If you have 3 or less life, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck, set it as active. Basically, you have this card if you're going first, and it is kind of nice to have. It's just good to kind of get active Dawn with. I mean, you can swing into like a Searcher if you don't want to dedicate the Dawn. But you know, putting a Dawn on it and swinging, getting an extra swing, and then getting a Dawn, you're not really losing anything. So, and it's searchable. It has a counter. So I think it's a good addition to the deck for sure. And then we have 2 of the 2K Freynosuke's. I was running the EB01 Sanjis, but I took them out because I don't believe you can grab them you cannot grab them with Zoro Joro. And then they are searchable through that, but I think that's one of the main reasons why I took it out, because it's searchable through Nami and it's searchable through Zoro Joro, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it is. And it's also searchable through this. So I just figured might as well just keep the consistency going. So that's why we're just running 2 of. And the rare case that you do decide to do its Dawn 1 effect and just give it Rush and just get an extra swing in, you know, it happens. And then we are running the 2K Sanjis from OP07. Again, a lot of these cards from like Purple Luffy are kind of being migrated to this deck. Like, I'm sure a lot of Purple Luffy mains from your locals are probably going to transition to this deck. Like myself, it's just it's a very similar playstyle, so it runs a lot of the same cards, a lot of the Straw Hat stuff. So yeah, 2K Sanji, we all know what it does, so I don't really have a lot to say about it other than that it's a 4 of in the deck. And then probably the best 2K in this deck is the Usohachi. Again, we all know what this card does. If you have 8 or more, rest up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 5 or less. You got to run 4, and again, just going for game, but establishing the Secret Luffy, then playing this and just swinging for game. It's just a really good turn. It's a really efficient play for sure. Then we got 4 Zoro Joros. Like I said, with Purple Luffy, look at the top 5, reveal up to 1 purple Straw Hat added to your hand. It's just really good. It's just a really good, like, it just adds consistency to the deck. Because you're running so many searchers that it's like you're bound to see the Sanji Puddings, you're bound to see the Secret Luffys, you're bound to see the 2Ks that you need. Again, there's with some instances in this deck, but yeah, it's a 4 of for sure. Then the Luffy Taros. So the fun thing about this is, I mean, the fact that the on play is really good and it's really good into the mirror. But I mean, the fact that you can go Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding is really strong because you're establishing those 2 bodies together. If you can do that, it's just a really solid play. So it's just a 2 of because, again, you know, it is a brick in hand. So we don't always play it all the time. Sometimes we trash it for Gum Gum Giant, but I think 2 of is solid. And then we have the only non-Straw Hat card in this deck, and that is Electric Luna. Now, this card, I think in general, people are going to have to just pay attention and be aware of this card just because of the trigger alone. Because if you trigger it, rest up to one of your opponent's characters. There's no cost or anything. It's just rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So you can rest anything in the game. If you're going against Shanks, rest a 10 cost Shanks. You're going against Blackbeard, rest a 10 cost Blackbeard. You know, Katakuri, Big Mom. It's just that will win you a game. That could potentially screw you over. So that's when you're playing into this or you're playing into the mirror. This card's also really good into the mirror. The trigger you need to be aware of. But as far as the main, all of your opponent's rested characters at the cost of 7 or less do not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. So in the mirror, this card is really, really good. Against Lucci, it's really, really good because they run a lot of lower. But I mean, pretty much everything that we run is below 7. The highest costing character that we have is the Luffy Taro. Now, keep in mind with this, we'll go into a little bit more with the stage. There's something you can do with the stage to potentially get around that. But yeah, this card's just insane. Like, and again, the trigger is something that I just think players in general are going to have to just keep in mind playing against this deck. And just, yeah, so it's a 3 of for sure. We have When You're at Sea, You Fight Pirates. Again, not a lot to say about it. It's just another searcher, except it's top 3 instead of top 4 or 5. It's a 1 cost, so it also has a trigger. So if you get that trigger, it's just nice to be able to search if you're missing and just keep the deck more consistent. Then we got everybody's favorite event, Gum Gum Giant. We all know what this card does. It's insane. It potentially could get banned in the future, but for now, we're going to ride it out until it does get the hammer. But yeah, counter, Dawn -2, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader is Straw Hat, give up to one of your opponent's give up to one of your leader or characters plus 4,000, then draw 2 cards. I really think what makes this card just so great is just the draw 2 cards. Draw 2 really is just what makes this card so good. If this card ever does get banned, I could see a lot of people maybe putting like Blast Breath in this deck instead and making that a 4 of, because it's basically a better Blast Breath essentially. But yeah. Then we have the new stage from EB02. If your leader has the Straw Hat type crew, draw 1 card on play, then activate main. You may rest the stage if the number on your Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the Dawn cards in your opponent's field. Give up to one of your Straw Hat type characters plus 2 until the end of your opponent's next turn. So going back to the Electric Luna, something to keep in mind here is if you have a stage, you can play another stage in hand, trash that, but before you do that, do its activate main on maybe the Luffy, on the Secret Luffy or the Sanji and Pudding, and then trash that, and then play it again, and basically make this a 9 cost and make this a 10 cost. So it's really good against Lucci. It's really good in the mirror. It gets past Luna. So that's something to keep in mind with the stage. And also you're drawing a card. So you just have to make sure that, you know, you meet the requirements as far as having equal or less than the number of Dawn cards. But yeah, guys, this is the deck. It's pretty straightforward as I said, but we're going to go ahead and get into some games.
A few moments later.
Okay, it looks like going into Shanks. In this hand, we actually are going to... We chose to go first, so we're going to go second. We're going to keep that just because we got our Sanji and Pudding. Yeah, so we're going second. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll pass. It's just going to go 8 at face. That's fine. We're going to take it. And we'll go ahead, allow the Zoro Joro, grab the Sanji Pudding, and pass, because he can just leader effect with the 5k swing. He's got the Rush Luffy. Okay. And we'll take that. We'll take that and grab the other. Okay, yeah, we're cooking, boys. We're cooking. And that one, we will count. Oh, wait. Misplay. Oh, my bad. That was a misplay. Did not mean to give him that many cards. Was just going to give him the 2k. Okay. And we'll go ahead and leader effect. Get one back active. Yeah, we don't have... Well, we could play the Zoro Joro. Do we want to swing in? The question is, do we want to swing into Luffy or Life? No, we're not. We'll play the Zoro Joro. Let's do this. Let's go 8 at the Luffy first. See if he protects it. Okay. You give us 2 cards. Okay, cool. We'll pass. So, not too upset about that. A mole pistol, yep. Sounds about right. It's okay though, because we got another one. We go 8 at life? Give you a 2 and a 1. Give you a 2. Go ahead and your effect. Get 1 back active. You can play another one. That's what's up. Get another stage. And let's go ahead and swing 6 into face. Takes it. Takes it, and we're gonna pass. So we're in a pretty good spot. Probably get a -2 to that. Yep. He's gonna Newgate. We'll counter out of that one. And we'll take that one. So much stage, dude. Damn. So we'll do that. We'll give it to that. Get some more. We just want more counter. And we'll go ahead and give it to the Zoro Joro. Yeah, we want. We got 5. We'll play that. Well, -2. Game 1 active, go to 5. Oh yeah, give it 1 more. Let's do that. Okay. And we'll probably leave 1 up for Giant. Just because we're kind of we're not like in a terrible spot, but we'll go ahead. We'll swing 8. Let's it go. Nice. Swing 7 at lead. Let's it go. We'll go 8 at life. Hasn't used leader effect once. I have a feeling this is, unless he's bricked up. Okay, cool. And then we'll go ahead and pass. Okay, so you got the Rayleigh out. Okay, he's going for Uta. Probably grabbing some searchers. Fixed lead. We'll block that. We're not going to do the Dawn one. Okay. And so let's see. Swing 7. And he's going to counter onto that one. Okay. And then going to do 9. Then another 9. And I think we got it. Yep, we got it. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, they have an answer to the Sanji and the Pudding because they have some removal. It's not quite as brutal as Lucci, but that's like, you know, just pressuring them kind of early on and like getting maybe like swinging into the board, but like, yeah, just pressuring at the end with the Luffy is really kind of the way to do it. Okay, we got Blackbeard, so we're going to go second. And actually, yeah, we're going to keep that. We're going to take second away from him. 2 stages and Nami. That's pretty good. Get those on plays while we can. Okay, he's got to establish stage. That's good. Not for us, but for him. And let's go ahead. Go ahead and use that while we can. We'll grab that. Let's be able to run 3 of. And get a card draw. And pass it over. Gonna swing 6. That's fine. We'll take it. We're not gonna use that. Got nothing to rest. He's gonna dock Q. He's gonna KO the Nami. That's totally fine. All right. So what do we want to do here? Yeah, really, let's search first because I'm debating if I want to play the. We'll grab that. Yeah, I'm debating if I even want to play the Zoro Joe just because I feel like, well, okay, let's do this. Let's swing into that. And then we'll play the Zoro Joro. And we got more. So, yeah. I didn't want to play it if Doc Q stays, just because I feel like they're just going to remove it so easily. Yeah, Kuzan, and Shiryu. And that's the other thing. Like, they could just play Shiryu, but I didn't think he was going to play Kuzan quite yet. A swing 5, that's fine. We'll take that. And then let's go ahead. Play it out. Sadly, don't get the card draw. That's fine. -2, restand, get 1 active. Okay. More 6k lead. And yeah, sadly, we don't get the... So I think we may just... Well, here, let's do this before, just in case they get a finger pistol trigger. We'll go 6 at face. Gonna counter, okay. And let's go ahead. We'll play the Zoro, just get a body and we'll pass. Yeah, I mean, again, the Zoro could get finger pistol, it could get black hole, so there's ways to remove it. But yeah, the Sanji and Pudding, we're chilling. We're protected, well protected on that. Now the question is, we'll be at 7 next turn, so we play Luffy, get more Dawn back. And yeah, depending on what he plays. We play Luffy, then maybe Luna, depending on what he plays. Or if he just chooses to swing. He goes 6-6. Yeah, he's gonna go 6-6. And let's counter out of that one. A black hole to Zoro? No, he's gonna play the Burgie, okay. Yeah, so we gotta kinda... We don't have a ton of counter in hand, which kinda sucks, but it's all good. We'll play the Luffy. Boom, boom. Get 1 back. I think we might leave 2 up. Keep that, because he's protected. And let's go ahead. Let's go 6 at life. Gets my era. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tempted to swing into the Shiryu. Although, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see what he does. He just keeps taking it. Probably not. I don't really want to swing 7 into 7. Well, we got our swing in with it. That's all that matters. He's going to be at 9 Dawn. Okay. These guys. Okay. We'll pass. Got 2 up for Giant just in case. Hopefully we don't have to use 2. That would kind of suck if we did, but we'll see. yeah, if he did, like, just Luna both of them. Especially if he, yeah, no, just Luna the Burgess and the Shiryu. That would be the play. Yeah, since we took second away, no 10 beard. Okay, he's gonna liberation. Yeah, that kind of hurts a little bit. Although he can only get rid of original cost. Oh, but it's not 4 though. Oh, he can get rid of the Luffy? Or no, I think he's trashing with stage. Yeah, he's trashing on stage. I don't know what I'm thinking. Gonna go 7 to 8. We're gonna block that. Or not block, we're gonna counter that. I keep forgetting that liberation is original cost. So yeah, I guess that doesn't, yeah, the stage doesn't really matter because it's original, so you'd still be able to KO it. I go 6 at life. I think we're gonna counter out of that. Then that trash the stage. Boom. Solve the attack. Probably gonna play another one. Play a Kuzan into another Burgess. Be my guess. He's gonna play Vasco. Okay, yeah, no. He's gonna play a Vasco? Vasco or another Burgess. Yep, it's a Vasco. That's what I figured. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and Luna just so we can kind of protect our ass for a second. And I think, yeah. Sadly, we're not gonna, I mean, we can rest. Nah, we're not gonna do that. So we'll leader effect restand 1, and then we'll get 1 back active. All right. And let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and swing 7. I'll take it. No surprise there. And we'll give it, yeah, let's give it to the Sanji pudding. Let's go 8 at face. Telephise. So does that, so the one attacking doesn't matter? Is that what that does? I'm gonna guess what it does. I'm gonna leave. Yeah, okay, it does. That's fine. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave 2 up just in case. We're gonna pass. Although, yeah, if he plays the 10 beard, I think it's just kind of GG's at that point. He could nullify. He can't attack he can freeze the Luffy, and then but he can't swing into me because that's all his Dawn. So I guess the play would probably be like if he has a ton, like play like 2 Vascos. Well, I think most only run 2, so maybe play another one. Okay, he's gonna Kuzan into another Vasco maybe. Out of an Augur, okay. Give me -3, okay. I go 6 lead. Oh, and then you can see, yeah, it's GG's. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Green Purple Luffy. Do you think it's going to be as menacing as a lot of other people think it's going to be? I'm personally really excited for the deck. But yeah, and if you're new here, again, please like and subscribe. Join our Discord down below. We practice in there a lot and just have a lot of fun discussions. So, but until next time, guys, peace.